Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, the 22nd.
When Sage was here, she called one of our girlfriends from high school, and she was like, "You should watch their live feed." And Sage goes, "It always starts out the same way. Patrick gets on and talks really slowly and says what the date is, and Jeannie's running around like crazy, and comes running over, and I was just laughing. I was like, it starts out like that."
So there is now
Oh my
30
God.
and a half hours
I cannot
until we
believe
close.
he is counting down. I'm not counting down because everything still continues.
Right. That's life, babe. At some point, you will realize, no matter what you do, it continues.
Oh, at some point I'm going to realize because I can't figure that out now.
No, you don't know that now.
I just said it'll just continue. So
Right. So we're just going to focus on the other stuff.
you're the one counting down like life doesn't continue like there. Then it's all going to be different.
No, I'm the one counting down because I don't let it pass me by.
Do you guys like getting... Cause you know what? If this camera wasn't on right now, Battle Royale. I don't let life pass me by. You know what? I handle what needs to get done.
Nobody's saying
Can I
that you don't.
have those? I
I'm
can't
like
see.
cleaning these. Like you're gonna be able to. It's gonna be like seeing for the first time.
I was trying to answer my
Feels
email.
like the first time.
Feels like the very first time. Sometimes Patrick and I just start singing like, and what's really
And
funny.
what's so funny is it's always the same song, and it's always our kids are like, "Oh God, here they go again," and then Jeannie's always like, "See, this is why we're together, and this is why we love each other so much because we sing the same songs, and life is so beautiful."
Okay, because I was up front with Patrick and I was talking about having a girl dog and like that Momo, you know, there's Momo has machismo. Is that what it's called? No.
Sure.
Yeah, and then Patrick and I looked at each other, and immediately, exactly at the exact same second, we started singing Macho, Macho Man. And then I was like, oh my God, we are meant to be together. I did say that.
But
oh
it
my
happens
God.
like 4 times a day.
That's why we're together and we're so in love. That's what I said. Right? Because doesn't that happen with you and your you just like all of a sudden like it's like you're one, right? Wasn't it like that, babe? We were like one, and there was like and nothing else in the universe mattered except our love.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about? We sang the same song, Jeannie. That's why it happened.
Macho Man. Like who else would have sang that same song at the exact same moment but you and I? Right?
Right.
Is anyone how come nothing's here?
Well, that's because they are dumbfounded by our exposition this morning. So anyways, let's talk a little about brother upgrades.
What do you need to talk about?
For those of you waiting for your upgrades, did everyone on the list get them, or are we still waiting for a couple?
We might be waiting for one or two.
Okay.
I was scared that I made a mistake, so I have one extra that I think is going to allocate. And I think we're missing one.
So we got 25 upgrades. We got 4 hoops.
Yeah, you do the math.
So we had 3 extra hoops in the store that had arrived without upgrades already. Gail Cramp says we're like a Hallmark movie.
Really?
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, because it's because we're so romantic. Aren't those we knew, right?
And then, like,
Patrick,
actually committing to
say-
get married, we were
say
like,
you knew.
what
Patrick.
if we don't like each other when we're beyond the, like, all over each other phase?
We were kind of like in a party stage, and we were like,
Kind of.
yeah.
Jeez.
And so really, what we said is, what if
It
we
was
don't like
Van
each?
Halen back then.
We're like, what if we don't like each other when we're sober? That's what we said because we were,
We were
Anyways,
having a good time.
yeah.
So, anyways,
But fortunately, we still like each other 99% of the time.
it's 100% of the time for me. It's like 97% of the
God,
time
you're
for this
so-
one.
He says such sweet things to me.
This is the girl who you guys have heard how many times be like, you never say sweet things to me.
You don't. That was
No,
like the
I
sweetest
say
thing
I
you
say
said to
sweet
me.
things
Ladies,
when they are
does he-
deserved. And I don't say them on command. So,
Say it. I'm the one. Say it. Say
you're the
your-
one. You're the only one for me.
See,
So-
you gotta say them on
Yeah.
command.
So they will have upgrades for the Altair. The Altair is a relatively new machine, so they've only had updates. And the reality is, if you've got an Altair or a Stellair or a Meridian, there will most likely be an Altair to a Meridian to a Stellair XJ2 or XE2. They just haven't gotten there yet. And like everything else in the world, they really focus on their top of the line. So the top of the line does get the most attention. But that's that. So if you got the email, check your email, because a lot of people the last time were like, I never got the email. No, you got the email. And so if you're waiting for an upgrade, check your email. You got an email if we have one for you. We have 7 hoops, so you might not get your hoop. And unfortunately, we don't have an update on when you're getting the hoop. We will have non-listed hours next Wednesday from 11 to 2. And that doesn't mean the store is operating normally between 11 and 2 next week. But it's our effort to pick stuff up and get stuff back to you. Because we have been waiting for a lot of stuff, and it seems like Murphy's Law has kicked in. Nothing disrespectful, but you're like stand-up comedians. We hope it's entertaining. So,
Patrick's funny because he's funny. Like, if I'm ever funny, it's accidental funny.
That's not true.
I'm not.
You're funny, Jeannie. Just did it for a living.
You're totally funny. You're funny like little kids are funny.
Oh, you should. Oh, we can't tell that story.
What story?
Violet's babysitting. We can't because there's so much foul language. But Violet
babysits 3 little girls.
And I call them
Like, and if there's like a big word that's a no-no, there's some modifications to that big word that are even bigger. And like, how old are the girls? They're like 4 through 8.
I think the youngest is 5. Yeah, 5 through 8.
5 through 8.
And they're so cute. They're
super cute.
They're super cute. They're just so little, and we
call them the littles.
I don't call them the littles.
I call them.
I call them 1, 2, and 3. The oldest is 1, the middle one is 2, the youngest is 3. I'll be like, what did I go? I saw number 2 running to the bus stop today. She runs like with her arms like
Naruto.
Yeah, like an anime, like with
Like
her arms
Naruto.
like behind
Arms
her,
behind her.
leaning forward and just like running so fast with like the streams of light. She's so cute. And Violet came home and she was like, you know what? We can't tell the story because it was the worst curse words that they were coming out of their mouths.
It was so funny. Like, I was trying to sleep because we've been managing the puppy. And
We were
I
laughing,
literally was
Violet and I were
waking
laughing
up
so
because
hard.
they were laughing so hard that I was like, you need to come in and tell me this story. And it was so funny. So crafty, and so crafty. If you don't mind, if I ask and if you don't want to tell us your real name, that's fine. You can remain. But like, do we know you? Have you done business with us?
When I go to the site,
A lot of times we have what's known as MAP pricing. And so what that means is we can get in trouble with the manufacturers or the distributors of those products if we advertise them below a certain price. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't advertise them directly to you below. Shirley. Okay. So is it Miss, does your last name begin with G? So long story short,
the other reason we didn't go and change all the prices is because our register, our online, all of that stuff doesn't match. And so when I change it back, I've got to go. It's like a lot of work, especially when there's like variants. So I just didn't do it because then I have to remember, and like sometimes there's like people get
this
stuff.
is all changing, by the way.
Yes, it's all going to be integrated next year. You're going to be like, oh my God, A1 Vacuum and Sewing is so organized, and their site is so organized, and you're just going to go on and purchase your stuff, and it's going to be there.
Okay. So long story short,
Is that
like,
be quiet?
The way it works is it like most of the stuff is actually at MAP pricing. Some of it's already discounted. We're actually, if you purchase on the site from the Christmas list, just make a comment that you're buying from the Christmas list. So it doesn't look from our end like we're freezing, but we could be wrong about that. So long story short, we make the adjustment afterwards. So you get a refund where we refund the difference to you. So like half the stuff is discounted, half the stuff is not. Even next year, when everything is all one system, it'll kind of be like this because we're not going to jeopardize our relationship with our manufacturers and our distributors to advertise stuff below the sale price. So we'll make that adjustment and basically refund that money to you. Just a note. So it seems like we have a lot of new people watching the live stream. We love that. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the A1 family. But like we do that with shipping too. So a lot of times the Christmas list has been funny because somebody goes in and they buy stuff and then they find more stuff and then they find more stuff and then they find more stuff. So a lot of times we're taking 4 shipments and then we're combining them into one, and we'll refund all that extra shipping to you. If you pay $15 for shipping and it's $9 for shipping, that $5 or $6 comes back to you. So I know that's a lot to ask as far as like, hey, trust us, we'll get you your money. But the reality is trust our motives. Like, you know, we're growing and we're growing quite a bit organically, and we will always go out of our way for that. And hey, we're not perfect. If we screw it up and you reach out to us and you say, hey, I thought this was this price and we were wrong, we'll take care of it. We're doing our best to keep up with it. But next year, I mean, it's funny. Next year we're going to shut down. Like our kids are going away to college, and they'll be back for the week of Thanksgiving. And we are going to close Wednesday before Thanksgiving and stay closed through the weekend and do a big cyber event. And then we'll probably work Sunday, Monday to like start shipping stuff out and getting stuff ready for you here. But like all that will be online. In fact, next year's Christmas list, for our local gals, it's a little different because you have people come in and shop for you, and we can hold on to your Christmas list here. But next year, especially for our out-of-town gals, we're going to encourage you to do all your shopping online because it all communicates. We can run a report at the end of the day. We can see what we have. We can see what we don't have. And
we're going to be so 2023. Right now, we're kind of like 2015.
And well, so I'm like so excited about the conversation we had with those girls last night.
Oh, yeah.
So like I have been talking to some of Violet's friends like frequently, like we want to hire you. Like we want you to come work with us. So 2 of these girls, and they're super cute and super nice, and they're super smart. They'll be good on computers. I was like, we need like order fulfillment. Jeannie needs an assistant.
One of them is just gonna follow me and see where I put
and
my
like
laptop.
pick up her nuts.
And my,
She's gonna pick up her nuts
there,
as
yeah.
Jeannie loses
Your
her nuts
official
around the
title
store.
is nut picker upper. Hey, Michelle.
No, this is the heating and air conditioning guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna get them a tag.
So-
It's gonna be nut picker upper.
No, that's definitely not the tag. That's a bad tag. So anyways, both girls are going to go to UNR, and I'm like, listen, girls, like, I love that you're going to UNR. I think that's awesome. And I mean, you can keep this job all the way through school. Like, we really need the help. And so one girl's kind of pushed us off, like, and then she told us that her mother was concerned. We're like close with her family. Like, we've known her family for years, and her mom was worried that could create some challenges. And I'm like, listen, we're not like that. And B, like, no, like, gosh, no. Like, if something were to happen and it just wasn't working out, it wouldn't work out. It wouldn't affect our relationship. But, we're super excited about the potential of these 2 girls working with us. And then maybe for like a couple years. Yeah. So, like, that was super excited about that.
So,
what else do we have to talk about?
I want to talk about Christmas lists. If you haven't heard back from me, send me another email, because I had 2 emails that I never even saw. But I do have, like, people on, like, I can't say names. Patrick would yell at me. But
we try to protect your privacy.
I have a big old spreadsheet with lots of different names. Most of them, I'm waiting for hoops. Like, most of you, I'm waiting for hoops. There's a couple on here that have some auto blades. There are, I think that's filled. The little stuff, like the Martelli mats next week. And do we tell them about next week that we're going to be here one day?
So, yeah, but listen, like, I'm sincere about this. Like, so the sure way to, and this is going to sound awful, but the sure way to mess up our week next week, like, what we're trying to do on Wednesday is collect the product that was delivered over the course of the week. And, like, we're going to be reaching out to folks that Christmas lists are complete and stuff like that. Or if you don't get a chance to pick up your upgrade in the next couple of days, like, you could come and pick them up on Wednesday. It is not really listen, and if you have stuff that you really need, like, I'm not going to turn you away, right? But don't overwhelm us between 11 and 2 on Wednesday next week. It's just going to be the 2 of us. We might have one of the guys here with us too. So I don't even know if I'm going to answer the phones, quite frankly.
We might not answer the phones.
We might not answer the phones. But we're here to try to get people the product that they've been buying.
Brenda. I have you down, Brenda. 6x10 Martelli 3-piece, 8x12. So you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You don't need to. Don't worry about it. Got you in my spreadsheet, girl.
All right. One last reminder, too. So our website may very well go down for a day or 2 next week.
I'll email when it comes in.
And so they are actively working on installing the heaters today. That's these nice young gentlemen walking around.
Yeah.
So and you know what's funny is Leon was like, you guys realize if you needed more space, you could put in a second story, which is crazy.
What?
Like, you know how Leon has a second story? It's just like this. He's like, if you guys really needed more space, you could build a second story, like the building set up for it. And I was like, what?
We need a classroom.
So we should have heat next week. So the website may go down for a day or 2 next week. The website that appears in its place is going to be a brand new website, brand new look, brand new flow, etc.
Let me answer Cindy West. If you want the book, and then I didn't get a chance to do them all, but I went on and I did some of them yesterday, and I just refunded you the $100. So So if you want that, just look up mastering. I think if you just type in mastering, let me look. It should come up. It's going to be $249.99. Yeah, type up in mastering, and it's the first thing that comes up. It's the Mastering IQ Designer Project and Instruction Book.
And that is an item that is listed at MAP pricing, which is $249. We have it on sale for $150, so you'll be refunded $100.
They are out of stock until mid-January is what they told me, so I'm thinking end of January. Well, I should put that in there.
So the other thing is by Annie's is what? What's the class called?
The class and the kit is called Contain Yourself. Contain yourself, ladies.
So that's
cute.
the search term to use is contain yourself. So when this new website goes up, it's going to look new.
Cute.
I know a lot of you aren't huge fans of change.
If you don't know what we're talking about, this is Contain Yourself. Isn't that so cute? It has a little vinyl pocket here, and you can just pop anything in there. And then in class, that's the size large. You need to buy the pattern, and then there's a kit, but you can do your own fabric, so you don't have to get the kit. But sometimes we don't want to think, so we're like, must buy kit. There's the medium. This is what you're going to make in class.
The ladies love kits.
The size medium has a little vinyl thing there, and the itty bitty. Don't you just picture it like next to your machine with like your wonder clips and stuff like that? And then you can make them in any size. I need this because we have so.
What happened yesterday? Whoa.
Yesterday we went to the pet station, and we were just like throwing everything. We're like, that looks good, and just throwing it in.
That's not true. We were buying stuff that we knew.
Yeah, but
and we know the dogs love them.
Our dogs are I wish I was a dog in
our household.
Well, I'm sure there's even better households
sure.
We're like somebody's home
We
with them
do
all
not
day.
have the book.
Oh, I'm going to change that on the site. It's not going to be in until the middle to end of January. Middle to end of January.
So we do not have a copy of the book.
I'm going to change this.
So,
Pre-order.
So the new website will go up. It's going to look different. It's going to have a different flow. You're going to have to figure it out. We'll work with you through that. Maybe we'll do
talking about that.
Maybe we'll do like here's how to manage
a scavenger
the new
hunt.
site.
Should we do a scavenger hunt?
So that would be fun, actually. Find this, and this on the website, and then
we'll embed stuff.
Yeah. So then the old site, I still haven't gotten an answer on whether or not you're going to be able to log in to see your old stuff. That will remain up. We will definitely be able to get into it, so do not be concerned about owed product. We will get it to you. What else? Do we have anything else to talk about?
I'm changing this right now so they know this is not available right now, and it is expected in purple, mid to end of hot pink.
Sure.
Mid to end of January.
We are closing tomorrow at 4:00 sharp. So if you have last minute items. Tomorrow is Friday.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Isn't today Wednesday?
Today is Thursday, baby.
I lost a day.
So long story short, you have until 4:00 tomorrow to pick up any last minute items.
Cheryl, I do not have the book. I've never seen it, but if you want to, I'll honor that deal. So if you want to wait until we get our store copy in, and you want to look,
website only be on YouTube. Our live stream, we will be doing one live stream next week on Wednesday. That's the day that we're going to be open 11 to 2. That will be our last dual stream simulcast. Starting in January, we are only live streaming to YouTube.
The Quilt Show did a scavenger hunt. Susan, will you send me details? Like, how do I do it?
No, I know how to do it. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, but I bet they did it really well. And Susan knows she's got a woman's touch. Right. I know some of you guys have a woman's touch too, but when it comes to stuff like that, Patrick, I don't know if you do. I don't know if you would make it fun for the ladies. You'd be like, this, and this, and that's it. And then it wouldn't be any fun for us. What?
Yeah, but it would be easier to get it done and actually have it be complete.
It would be.
And like Jeannie's like, I did it this way. It's gonna take me 7 hours to figure out who won, but
the ladies are gonna love it. It's gonna be so much fun.
yes, we will do a live tomorrow. We will do our last simulclass.
Should we do a really special present?
I think we just might. Oh my goodness.
Did you hear that? That was my stomach.
Wow. All right, so we've got people lined up outside.
Okay, so Christmas lists, email me and let me know if you haven't heard from me. But I do have, and then I can just confirm. I'll look at my little spreadsheet. I'd be like, you're set, just waiting. Or they'll be ready to send out next week with some of your stuff. So just and when you don't email this store email because that just doesn't get checked as much.
Like every couple of days, we look at the store email.
That's Patrick's job. It's your job. Email me, ladies. Janie,
I definitely have a hard stop.
JeAnne.
Do not.
Don't put it on.
Do not.
But it's my ladies.
I know it's your ladies, but it's also anybody else who's watching.
Can they, but what if they don't know it? Then they're going to email the store email.
Right, and you
then
reply from yours, and we
I will
look
check,
at the
you know
store
what?
email. We do look at the store email. It just might be a couple of days.
Okay, email me. All right? Over and out. We will see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, I did want to show you one thing. Finally, I know you've been waiting for this because you've been coming into the store and seeing Gail's sample on the wall, which is absolutely beautiful. She did this as a table runner. So there's around the Christmas, I know it's going to be late, but it'll be early for next year. Around the Christmas tree, this is, oh shoot, did I even put it on the website? I think I did. There's, this pattern has a quilt pattern and it has the table runner pattern. And I finally got all my fabrics and I've been waiting. And so it's all kitted out. And it has the, because I was like, ladies, I opened up a fat quarter pack and it's like, you can create your own. And you could do it with teals or reds or greens. And everyone's like, I want it to look exactly like that one.
You know, Betty, what you should do
So the kits are in.
is do a best of.
So
like go back and watch your favorite
there,
lives.
around the Christmas tree. So the fabric kit's up there. So if you want to get the kit, I think I only did like 8 of them. And 3 of them are gone. So there's 5 left. Around the Christmas tree, it is cute. And it has the Moda Peppermint Avenue. Is that what it's called? Those fabrics. And there's some grunge and some Kimberbell mixed into that. Oh, look! Thank you, Secretary Mundy.
And then,
thank you for the treats.
Last but not least, and I'm going to say it tomorrow too, take a couple of days off from emailing this gal this weekend.
Stop, Patrick.
Yes. From Friday to Tuesday. Don't email her.
I have no idea it was part of her conscious. Oh, that's perfect. So Susan says it was a contest and you would answer the questions and then send them in and then they do a random selection. Is that it? Something like that?
Kind of like bingo.
Is that what you were thinking about doing?
That's exactly what I was thinking about
I don't believe you. Prove it. Really? I was thinking we'd do it live and we'd be you would race to get the answer. That's what I was thinking.
That's a horrible idea.
It is. It's a horrible idea.
That's a horrible idea.
Oh,
You take entries. You take the entries that are correct. You put them in a thing, and you go, this person.
Okay, join us tomorrow, which is Friday, and
for our last
a second to the last live feed of 2022. Have a great day. Be creative. Make something awesome, and we will see you tomorrow.
4 o'clock sharp tomorrow.
What was the what?
All right.
What was the boxes called? What are the
Lori,
boxes?
what boxes? Oh, those are the Contain Yourself.
Oh,
That's the Contain Yourself kit and class.
and pattern.
And
Contain
pattern.
yourself. And she had another